American Soul, Part 7. Nothing to Fear. Soul Train dancers are going on a bus tour in the South. They're at a gas station. Kendall talks with his sister about getting some snacks. Uh, Kendall wants to use the bathroom, but the prejudiced store owner tells Kendall that he cannot use the bathroom. They must use the one outside for coloreds. He does not listen and goes to use the bathroom. Uh, Don business partners make sure dancers are not bringing any kind of beers or any kind of drugs or anything on the bus, and stops Flo for bringing a beer and said that she's legal, it's her constitutional right, and tells her to get back on the bus. And he takes the beer and drinks, and she looks at him with a disdain look. And he's like, "Well, I'm the chaperone. I'm babysitting all you, so I need me a little something for the edge." Um, One of the male dancers is talking to a Caucasian woman, and the man pulls her away from him and said, "Get away from that boy." He said, "I'm not a boy. I'm a full-grown man." The other dancers had to pull him away. Back on the bus, Kendall gets out of the bathroom. Store owner has a gun on Kendall, and people are outside telling the Soul Train dancers they want to leave the town where they're at. Simone gets off the bus because she's looking for her brother, and the store owner pulls the gun on her and tells them to leave the store. Some of the Caucasian pedestrians, are angry and swinging bats at the bus and throwing bricks at the bus. The store owner tells Simone and Kendall to leave the store. The people are throwing bricks at the window. The situation is so intense that one of the dancers pulls a handgun and points it at the angry mob. They fire guns at the Soul Train bus. The business part tells everybody to get down and then tells the bus driver to leave. And Simone and Kendall are stranded, and they believe that they left them. And the business partner on the bus that's responsible tells Flo that he's going to come back for them. Kendall and Simone are trying to find a safe haven, and Simone is mad at Kendall for, not going behind the store using the bathroom rather than using the store. He said he had to use the bathroom and he just had to go. Don is back with his wife in Chicago for Christmas. She's happy to see him. He gives her a present of an answering machine when he calls her that she'd be able to get the message when he leaves her a message. She told Don she bought the home that they're staying in. And he said, "You doing this with my money?" He said, "This is our money, not your money. It's our money." She told Donna she likes working at the store that she's working at, and he doesn't want her working at that store. Kendall and Simone are stranded, and they meet that they see a vehicle of a guy that's he got long hair, and apparently he has a guitar in his van. He's a musician, so they tell them that they are musicians too, and that they're stranded. He said, "What you doing out here in these neck of the woods?" He said, "Are you going to try to rob me?" He's like, "No, we're not trying. We're trying to get to Chicago. We lost our bus ride. We need a ride to Chicago." And basically, he tells them that they can rob him. He's not going right specifically at Chicago, but he's going near that area. And he tells them they can ride with him. JT is taking care of his little sister, and the cops are moving in on him because they know that his car tags match up with the car that was in the getaway, and he drove the getaway car. And they have him arrested. They take his sister. The cop takes the sister from him. Don is having a meeting with a business partner to help him. That helped him put the show on the air, and said that they own 25% of Soul Train. And Don said, "Are you suing me?" That was the deal that was in the original contract. There was nothing no hanky panky. This was the initial contract, and told Don, if you want to fight, you're gonna lose everything. We're gonna drain you, Don. Don said, do what you want. The police tell JT they got the tags, they got pictures of the officer that was killed, and they blame him for the murder. He said he didn't kill anybody. Simone calls on the payphone to the Soul Train crew that they're okay and contact for the hotel where they will be located at. The musician guy and Kendall, he wants to offer the guy some money for giving them a ride, and they said, let's make some money at this gig, and we can make some money together. And he wanted them to sing a song for him, and they sang a song for him, and they said, okay, we're gonna do this gig. Don's wife is braiding his hair, combing his hair, and he's worried about losing Soul Train. Don tells him that you are Soul Train, only you can do this, and nothing can stop it but you. Don's son comes in the room, worried about some kind of possum that's rubbing against the house or something in the basement somewhere, and tell him not to worry. Tell him, you go to sleep, and a real man doesn't worry. If you got to fight for what you believe in, whatever, and if you see me worried, then be worried. Then Don starts thinking about how he can save his own show from being taken from him. Simone, Kendall, and then the guy go to this club where they supposed to go sing. He asks them the ID, and she gives him a fake ID. He can spot a fake ID and tells that she sings at this club in Los Angeles. You want to check it out, and he said that JT Simone brother said, that's what you make. That's how you get all this extra money. And he's like, yeah. And does JT know about it? He said, we don't keep secrets from each other. And the police are grilling JT about giving up the guy that shot the police officer. And JT does not want to do that. Simone and Kendall perform at the club. The crowd's intense, but they pull it off. JT does not want to snitch and give up the person that shot the police officer. They do a good gig. The cop brings this prisoner in to talk to JT to scare him straight about prison life. And it's horrible. You need to make a decision for your life. The Soul Train tours in Chicago. Don is there with his wife. And the guy that's trying to take the show from Soul Train is there. He's a business partner. And she's basically being charming. So let's go get a drink. And Don is trying to talk to the advertisers himself. So she's trying to get him, distract him so Don can make his move to the advertisers to secure that his spot on the show, so they wouldn't take him off the show. Because they want to take Don from the show. They didn't think Don was going to make a success with the show. And then that the show was being successful, they wanted to remove Don from the show and place him with somebody else. And that's what he's trying to protect. Simone and Kendall, they are at the tour. They tell him to change and get ready. And Kendall can see that Flo's upset with him about something. There's a strange guy in the bathroom that has a gun inside of a duffel bag around him, and he's real agitated. Flo's got an attitude, and one of the business partners that's supposed to be responsible for everything since Tess left or quit the position is asking her what's her why she got an attitude. You the best dancer on the show, and people coming to see you. That's all people care about. And then he leaves and tells Don we need Tess back real soon. Five Stairs performs on Soul Train. Their famous song "Ooh Child," things are gonna get easier. Don is dancing with his wife. The strange guy that's in the bathroom with the gun in the duffel bag is mad about to pull the gun out on somebody on the set. And then Flo stops him and said, well, let's dance, and he has a good time. He said, thank you, Flo. And she said, you're a good dancer, Daryl. And then he said, I got to leave. Kendall confronts Flo about why she got an attitude with him. She regretted, she rejected him before, and now she cares for him, saying that the whole experience about her brother being killed, it brought back memories, and it was very painful. And she's very emotional, and she finally kissed Kendall and said she loves him. Don and wife go back home. Son is scared about a possum. The baby said he won't go back to sleep. Don tells him a real man needs to stand up and defend what's right, and tells him to go in the basement with the gun and shoot the possum. He doesn't do it. Tells him to go back to bed. And basically Don shoots the possum. The police officer is being promoted as the first African American lieutenant for the department, and telling that they got who they wanted. The guy that they caught was innocent is the one that did it, and therefore the police is not going to pursue this anymore. And Don goes back to the business partner that's trying to steal his show, and tells Don, I hope you're coming around. And Don got ace up his sleeve, and the guy gets a call on the telephone, and the advertisers are pulling the ads from the show. And he asked Don, what did you do? And Don said, I am Soul Train. I am Soul Train. If I go, everything else go. He said, keep the show in Chicago going. We can make money. But if you don't do that, then we can watch it all burn down together. The cops let JT go. The gang leaders at the station. And as soon as that JT dropped a dime on him, Don's wife is called in the office in the store where she works at, about a magazine that he didn't want to put out on the shelves, and it's Don having the affair with Lady Regine, the lady that he's having an affair with on his wife. He asked her if he want to go home early. She said, no, I got to finish my shift. I'm about to finish my shift anyway. Simone and Kendall get back on the tour bus. Kendall's proud of his sister and tell her to stop lying about stuff. Don's wife confronts him about Regine, the woman that he's cheating on her. You're embarrassing me on my job, and who's this woman, Don? Don says, nothing, it's nothing. She said, you're not going to play me like this, like a fool. Don said, I don't have time for this. She said, you walk out on this door, you are choosing Soul Train over the family. He said, we'll talk about it later. And it goes off. And that was part 7 of American Soul. Part 8 will be next Tuesday. If you like my videos, please hit that like icon and subscribe to Mujihi72 on YouTube. As always, Moose says peace and blessings, everybody. I'm out, y'all. Peace.